Alright guys, I'm going to go over how to raise bobwhite quail. Sorry, it's just a really pretty evening out here, so I figured I'd show the mountains with the fog coming off. Beautiful this evening. Alright guys, let's go over here. I'll show you what I got. Alright, this is in July, and I got quite a bit of bobwhite quail, and I got them together right now in a big pen. And I got males and females together, that way they'll breed and do their thing. So it's about time I raised some chicks, and they're up and on their way. So it's about time for me to get some quail eggs and try to raise some quail. So I'll go through all these steps with you. We'll start out first by just gathering eggs, but I'll take you out here, show you my quail first thing, and then we'll go gather a few eggs and go through the whole process. So this is my outside run for my quail. As you can see, got males and females in there, a little bit of everything. Pretty cool. But anyways, I got a couple more pens over there at the barn. Big outside runs, they're really big. And after they're done breeding, I'll let them go in there, let them do their thing. But let me go inside here and let me get down here again. All right, let me get inside here and we'll gather a few eggs. Alright guys, this is the inside part of that run that I showed you. You see there goes one out there. Alright, so I made these little nest box out of 5-gallon buckets. Just took and cut them in half. Might be a little hard to see. I got a light on in here. But just take a 5-gallon bucket, cut them in half, and what they do is the quail are small enough they can go in there. I hope you can see them. Let me get a flashlight. And they'll lay their eggs in there. Just make some nice little home. I got 3 boxes here, but for whatever reason they like to use these side boxes. So it looks like today I got about 7. So that's good. That's a good start. It shouldn't take but just 3 or 4 days to get enough eggs to do what we want to do. My incubator will hold 25 eggs, so, you know, a few days, maybe, you know, worst case scenario, a week, we'll have enough to do what we want to do. But this is their little indoor run here. Like I said, they're just in here now for me to get eggs. Once I get enough eggs and hatch some out, I'll take and spread them all back out again. So anyways, I'll touch base with you once we get enough. We need 25. Once we get 25, I'll show you putting them in the incubator and talk about that a little bit. Alright guys. Alright guys, it took me 4 days to get the eggs I needed. I think I ended up a little bit over. I was like 27 eggs, I think. I had to discard 2 of them, but got my 25 I need for the incubator. So I've just had them down here chilling in the basement. It stays about 60 degrees, so that keeps them good and comfortable till I throw them in the incubator. But we're going to throw them in the incubator. I got it going here. It's warmed up, ready to temperature. So for quail, you're looking at about 23 days for them to actually hatch out. But you want to be checking a day or 2 ahead of time just in case. And I'm not going to get into all the details on that. I have another video if you want to get into it, but I got another video that talks about the incubator and when to stop rolling them, your humidity, how to set it up, all that stuff. So if you're curious in that, check out my YouTube channel and you'll find it under there on how to set up the incubator. But yeah, we're going to go about 23 days on these, and let's see, temperature, we're going to do about 99.5 degrees Fahrenheit on the temperature. So let me get all these in there and I'll show you what it looks like in the incubator. Alright guys, this is what we got. 25 eggs in there. You see the tray, it's got a little motor on there that will rotate them eggs. So, nothing left to do but just let them sit here. We'll check them again in a few days and keep an eye on them, but let's see what happens. We'll shut it up and let them go. Alright guys, we got our first one hatched out there. I'll open it up here and show you. There's number 1. Big bobwhite quail. It actually came a day early, but you'll have that. Look, there's a couple peeping out. You see that egg? One over there starting to peep out. There's a bunch of them here starting to hatch. So what I like to do, this one's getting close, but what I like to do is I like to leave them in the incubator till their feathers get good and dry. And then after I hear that beeping, that just means that the temperature's under the set point. That's all that beeping is, but I like to leave them in the incubator until their feathers get good and dry and they start moving around a little bit. But keep a close eye. You don't want them to get too violent in there. They'll start knocking around the other eggs and all. So as soon as they start looking pretty lively and kind of dried up, you want to get them out of there and put them in a brooder box. So in my case, this is what I got for now until I move them out to a chicken coop. What I'll do is I'll got a little brooder plate here, and for quail, I got a little bitty pen like this, little bitty container. With chickens, I got a bigger container, but the quail are so small, they don't need a whole lot of space. So I'm gonna start them out here with a little brooder plate thing here. You set the temperature and it radiates it down, and they'll get up and under there and do their thing. But yeah, I like to put them in here till all of them hatch out. I'll keep them inside for 3 or 4 days, get them used to drinking some water and some feed, and then I stick them outside. I got a big pen outside. But as we go here, I'll keep you updated on how many we're getting and show me putting them in here and what stages, all that good stuff. So stay tuned, and I'll keep you updated. Alright guys, today is actually hatch day. So I get up early to go to work in the mornings, most of the time about 4. So I got up this morning, came down, and sure enough had some hatched out. So you can see them here in the brooder box. I think there's about 6 in there. But anyways, just got home from work and came down here and checked things out, and this always seems to happen. You open up the incubator and boom, a bunch of them. I don't even know, 10, 12 of them maybe. I'll have to sort through them. So anyways guys, I'm gonna get all these out here, go through them, and put them in the brooder box with the rest of them. Like I said, I'll pre-set this up. This is a brooder plate, so it stays warm, and they'll go up and under there and warm themselves, and then they'll come out and run around a little bit and go back. So I'm gonna get all these ones in the incubator out and put them up and under here, and I'll show you all of them in the box. All right guys. All right guys, here we are. I think we ended up getting 17, I believe was the final count. So this is about 3 days after the initial hatch date, and today I didn't have any hatch. I'm gonna leave these eggs in here for another day or 2 just in case. But I got 8 unhatched eggs in there, but we'll leave them, see what happens, but probably nothing will happen. That leaves the grand total of 17 baby quail out of 25 eggs, so that's not too bad. At this point, this is, like I said, this is 3 days after the hatch date. I do got food and water in there, and they've already found it and doing their thing, as you can see. Everybody's happy and healthy. Got the little brooder plate in there. When they're cold, they'll just go up and under there, and soon they'll all come running out again. But I'm not going to try to mess with them too much. Don't want them to get too worked up or nothing, but they are pretty. Alright guys, this is part 1. Comment if you would, and see if you'd like a part 2. If you like part 2, what I do is just continue following these chicks along as they grow up into big chicks. But if not, I'll just leave it at this. But if you would, check out the description below. I have a couple more YouTube videos on bobwhite quail. I got one that's just on the adults, the pens, how I got it all set up, all that good stuff. I'll put it in the description. The other video I got is just got a video of them out in the evening, you know, making their calls, doing their bobwhite calls, all that stuff. Kind of a cool video as well. So if you would, subscribe to my channel, and check out the description for the link for the other 2 videos I have. Alright guys, till next time.